There are moments in life when you feel a quiet stirring inside you, like your heart is being stretched, softened, reshaped by hands you cannot see. You don't know why your emotions feel deeper, why your prayers feel heavier, or why your soul feels like it's standing on the edge of something you can't name. But deep down, you sense it. God is preparing you, not for heartbreak, not for disappointment, but for a love that carries His fingerprints. And the question that may scare you the most is the same one that brings you hope. What if the love God has chosen for me is closer than I think? Many people believe God is silent about love. They assume He sits back and lets things just happen. But that's not who He is. God is intentional with every part of your heart, especially the part that loves. He is the God who designed connection, covenant, commitment, tenderness, and union. So of course He prepares you before He brings someone into your life. This message is for the person who has been praying quietly for years, who has carried hope in one hand and heartbreak in the other. It's for the one who has healed, broken, rebuilt, prayed again, waited again, and wondered if God still writes love stories in real life. This message is for the soul who has grown tired, and yet still believes. If that's you, then these signs may be God's way of whispering, I'm working on your heart because I'm preparing to bless it. Sign 1. God begins to shift your identity before He shifts your relationship. Before God introduces you to the person He has chosen, He often dismantles the old version of you. You begin to outgrow the things that once defined you. Places that used to feel comfortable suddenly feel too small. You start craving depth, peace, stability, truth. The identity you had in your previous relationships. The people pleaser, the overthinker, the fixer, the one who loved more than they were loved. That identity begins to fall away. It's not because you've changed randomly. It's because God is shaping you into who you must be to receive a love that is healthy, mature, and divine. You begin to speak differently, think differently, set boundaries differently. You begin to value things you used to overlook. This identity shift is not a coincidence. It's a sign. Your heart is being prepared for a relationship built on purpose, not pain. Sign 2. God makes you release the love you still hold onto in secret. Sometimes the greatest obstacle to the next chapter is the old love you never fully let go of. And when God prepares you for His chosen one, He begins to reveal the emotional attachments still quietly living in your heart. Maybe it's someone you thought was the one. Maybe it's a situationship you hoped would become real. Maybe it's a fantasy you held onto because the reality around you felt empty. Maybe it's the pain that shaped you more than the love ever did. God brings these hidden attachments to the surface because He knows you can't receive His blessing while clinging to a counterfeit or a memory. This part is often painful. You may cry over someone you haven't spoken to in months. You may feel old emotions unexpectedly resurfacing. You may suddenly feel the need to forgive someone you thought you already forgot. But this is not regression. This is release. This is God saying, I cannot pour new love into a heart still holding on to yesterday. When you feel the urge to truly let go, not just mentally, but spiritually, that is God preparing space for the person He has ordained for you. Sign 3. God redefines what love means to you. There comes a moment when your entire understanding of love shifts, not because someone new entered your life, but because God is rewriting the definition of love in your heart. You stop seeing love as a feeling that fades, and begin seeing it as a commitment that grows. You stop believing that love must hurt, and begin believing that love must heal. You stop thinking passion alone is enough, and start seeking emotional safety, spiritual alignment, consistency. Your desires mature. Your hopes deepen. Your expectations become grounded in truth, not fantasy. God begins teaching you that love is more than chemistry, it's character. More than excitement, it's peace. More than romance, it's responsibility. This shift is essential, because the love God is sending is not cheap. And it requires a heart that recognizes real love when real love finally arrives. Sign 4. God creates divine disruptions to remove what is not meant for you. One of the clearest signs God is preparing you is divine disruption. Things fall apart that you tried to hold together. People leave who you thought would stay. Conversations end abruptly. Relationships collapse without warning. Paths diverge without explanation. At first, you think it's rejection. But really, it's protection. God doesn't just open doors, He closes them. He doesn't just bring people, He removes them. He doesn't just align hearts, He separates ones that cannot walk into your future. You may feel confused. You may feel abandoned. You may wonder, why now? Why this? Why them? But later, you understand. If God hadn't removed certain people, you would have missed the person He was preparing for you. Some people can love you, but cannot love you the way God requires for your calling. Some people can walk with you for a season, but cannot walk with you toward destiny. Some people are part of your story, but not part of your covenant. So when God disrupts something, it's because He sees what you don't. He knows what will break you later. He knows who cannot carry your heart. He knows who will block what He is trying to give you. Divine disruption is not abandonment. It is alignment. Sign 5. God gives you a new kind of peace that doesn't make sense. The final sign that God is preparing you is the unexplainable peace He places inside you. It doesn't come after you meet someone. It comes before. You stop panicking about time. You stop comparing your journey to others. You stop feeling like love is slipping away from you. Something shifts. Something settles. Something calms. You feel grounded. You feel hopeful, not because of evidence, but because of faith. You begin to trust that God's timing isn't behind. It's perfect. This peace is not passive. It doesn't make you stop desiring love. Instead, it makes you desire it without fear. You start preparing your life, your spiritual walk, your goals, your habits, your environment, not because you're desperate, but because you're ready. You begin to feel a quiet certainty that the love coming your way is not fragile. It's not temporary. It's not inconsistent. It's God sent. And your heart finally whispers, Lord, whenever you're ready, I'm ready too. Why God prepares you long before you meet them. Love is one of the biggest responsibilities God gives you. It requires maturity, courage, forgiveness, empathy, sacrifice, patience, and wisdom. So God does not rush this process. He prepares you because He wants you healed, so you don't bleed on someone who didn't cut you. He wants you whole, so you don't attach out of emptiness. He wants you steady, so your fears don't destroy what He is giving. He wants you clear-minded, so you choose with discernment, not loneliness. He wants you spiritually grounded, so the relationship strengthens your faith, not weakens it. God prepares you because He isn't just giving you a partner. He is entrusting you with one of His children. And He wants you both to be ready. There will come a day when you look back at this exact season. The healing, the waiting, the releasing, the searching, the surrendering, and you will understand something you cannot see now. You will realize that every delay protected you. Every closed door redirected you. Every heartbreak refined you. Every lonely prayer shaped you. And when the person God chose for you finally enters your life, it won't feel random. It won't feel rushed. It won't feel chaotic. It will feel like destiny unfolding in real time. You will look at them and think, now I understand why it never worked with anyone else. If these signs resonate with you, if you feel God stretching you, healing you, shifting you, disrupting certain relationships, and calming your heart, then you are closer to your God-written love story than you think. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. God is not giving you just any love. He is giving you a love that reflects Him. A love that strengthens you. A love that honors your purpose. A love that stays. And when it finally arrives, it will not just answer your prayers. It will heal the parts of you that once doubted they could ever be loved that way. This love is worth the preparation. This love is worth the waiting. This love is worth the becoming. Because it's the love God shows. And it's the love that is already on its way to you.